Hey guys, my name's Steph. Botanist Cool. Chip, I got you, Beta Whoopers here. And it's gonna be a little weird, guys, because I'm on the different side of the screen today. I'm on the right side.
Yeah, what the heck's up with that?
Well, because the game's always here, right? So I'm always looking this way, and it feels really weird to be looking the exact opposite way of where the game is facing in the actual, like, stream, right? So, like, you guys are looking at the center of the screen, right? And I'm looking to the left or to the right, and I'm always looking away from the screen. Just, it always looked really weird to me. You got the... Hey, listen, I saw you got the badge. I gave you this one, Chip. Don't worry about it, yeah? It always looked really weird that I'd be focusing off screen all the time. So I'm like, okay, today we're gonna switch it over because like I hated looking off screen for everything. I'm gonna look on screen for things. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
It made more sense to me because like I can look over to chat and look off screen and it'll make a little bit of sense, and then I go back to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying.
For me, it always looks...
Also, Beta Whooper is on the proper side as a defense attorney, so that's really all that matters.
We love our boy Beta Whooper. We love our boy the Beta Whooper. All right. Well, we're here today to continue on with Katie's lie. She said Cosmo would be fine. She lied. Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate, Chip. So, we're gonna have to continue on with Katie's lies and see if we can free ourselves from this and are we gonna get our first Dance Dance deduction today, Katie?
Depends.
What do you mean depends? You've been saying it depends for so long.
Cause it depends. I think we can probably get to the first Dance Dance deduction.
Okay, you think? All right. Actually, there's one more thing I do have to do because I did have to make a new overlay for this thing. What? Dance Dance, not selection. Dance Dance deduction. It's when you deduce things while dancing. That's the best information I've gotten about it so far. That's the best information I got. Yang, thank you for the stretch. Okay, it's a little too low now. Try it one more time. Can someone text one more time in the chat? I want to see how good that is. Oh, thank you guys very much for the stretching. It's going good, Yang. Thank you. Okay, a little higher than that, and we should be good. And then let's move this a little lower, and this should work out. Let me emulate a follow real quick. Nope, gotta go lower. Do it one more time. Nope, gotta go lower. See, I am irresponsible and did not do things ahead of time like I probably should have. There we go. That's much better. So let's go back and let's fix all of Katie's lies about Cosmo being fine. And for those of you guys who don't know, are those, no, they're just emulations. They're fake people. They're fake people. And for those of you guys who don't know, hey, I have some new socials, including a fucking Tumblr. I did not put the Tumblr link in properly. Fuck. Katie, why am I such a mess?
I don't know.
That was...
We love you anyways.
Oh, that part was very comforting. Thank you. Let me fix that now, because here I am, not having anything properly set up, guys. This is the good content.
You had so long while I was eating my dinner to do it.
And you know what I did? The other half of the stuff I'm not telling you guys about. Anyways, I do have a Tumblr if you guys want to join on in. I would be grateful. You're going to see a lot of memes and shit there. It's not going to be anything that... It's not going to just be advertising there. I'm going to try to actually use Tumblr for fun. So... let's get right on into it and get the Dance Dance deduction, baby. I'm really excited. I am really excited for Dance Dance deduction. Ooh, fancy. Oh. All right, we asked everything, right? So now we got to do like examining. Examining sounds so hard. I'm gonna move. I'm in handcuffs and under house arrest by the crew. Not to mention Susato-san's constant glares. I think it's fair to say...
Someone's coming in just now.
I should focus on investigating here to see what I can find out. All right, let's examine the room. Oh, whoa! The sword's bigger than the dude. Look how big that sword is compared to the dude.
Fourth perspective does things to a man.
I mean, like, that has to be really close. Wait, what is this? Is that a fucking leg?
Time to investigate and find out.
That's my dinner from last night. A roasted. That's not a fucking chicken. That's a goddamn femur. That's a human fucking leg. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here?
I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate it at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor.
But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me.
Oh no! Does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible.
Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Yay, I've absolutely no clue what's going on, so hell yeah. Vibe with the lurk, please and thank you. And feel free to jump on in when the crazy shit happens, because crazy shit will happen.
Basically, we've been accused of murder.
Yeah.
And
Again.
we have to prove that we didn't do it.
Again.
Oh dear, that won't do.
Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san?
Guess.
I'm sure you're careful to look all around using B, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all the corners of this cabin.
Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small till now. Oh, it shows you like an... Oh, check mark. That's actually really helpful.
That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it.
Well, now it's mine because I'm going to honor my friend. Wait, did we take a sword out of curiosity? Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. If we take his fucking sword, it's gonna be so beautifully gay.
I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip.
Right. There was like, there were a lot of laws back in like Japan during this time that like restricted weaponry. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him.
Not to mention you're bringing a weapon into the country.
Tomato, tomato. Nobody knows what a katana is in England. Just facts.
I know what a sword is.
No, they don't.
Not a difficult concept.
Nah, I don't think they know the sword. They only have longbows in England. Let's see, a scroll. Seiji. It's the word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Bullshit.
Yes, his calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully?
I didn't murder him! There we go. Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Even though you stowed away on the ship.
Stop thinking of Phoenix Regiment. Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman thinks at the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering, you know, how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. But it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about this crime. Very funny. Oh. It wasn't supposed to be a joke.
Doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty.
You might have some useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Night! Of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. He's the murderer. These are rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. Now, to be fair, if there isn't a rule that says no murder, then we should be clear.
It's essentially a list of requests from the capital. It's essentially a list of requests from the capital to all passengers on board.
1 second, someone knocked on my door. 1 second.
We all know that Monosuke is with Whooper.
Sorry, I got a package.
Ooh,
I guess we're having a quick unboxing stream really quick because I don't know what the fuck this thing is.
that's dangerous.
Canadian dice? Okay. Yeah, here's my address, everyone. Everyone read my address. You can't see my address. No, yeah. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. So Kazuma's like kind of screwed here, isn't he? Like, come on, Kazuma. Oh! Oh! Someone got me D&D dice. Look at these. Oh, wow, they look kind of sick. They're like green.
Please let them be green.
They're like green speckled in the inside. Oh my god. They feel kind of nice. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's a sexy sounding roll.
I like how you're trying to show us the green speckles.
You can't see them, yeah. It's kind of like, so like, here, they're like half colored. And you can see like the bottom half's kind of like a dark bluish green. And the rest of them are like green speckles on the inside. Oh.
Really funny because your back curtain just comes into view.
Yeah.
As you try to just whoosh, it's dice of make curtain appear.
Oh, I'm gonna send a thank you to these. Alright, good. Oh my god. It's just like, hey Steph, I know you can never have too many dice, so here's my contribution. Merry Christmas. Oh. I love it. It's great. It's cute. It comes in a cute little star bag. I think that's the whole thing. I think it's like a star theme for it. Anyways, let's continue on. Let's continue on. We're trying to make sure we don't get like fucking jailed here real quick. So let's do that. Let's do it real quick. All right. What? Why are you staring at me? I'm not a pet!
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet?
I'm not a pet!
I can't decide.
Susato, no! Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Oh my god. Books have fallen over the shelf. Look, they've been toppled the same way.
And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well.
Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf had been ransacked and everything mowed down at once.
I wonder if... perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training. Do you think?
I seriously doubt it.
Then perhaps... it was you.
Oh my god!
In a fit of rage?
I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and the statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder?
Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess.
Don't! You did it. God dang it. Alright, fine, be that way. Haven't you ever heard of not tampering with a crime scene?
That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
It can fit one person in it. Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Oh, it went to, yeah.
Memories? What do you mean?
Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Ah, yes, I see it says this way up, in Japanese.
Which, in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over, and then I was tossed to the floor in here.
Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Can I just say, Susato is so... She's doubting us. Like, why would she doubt us? We're definitely not suspicious at all. She's so mean. She's so mean.
You're kinda sad.
She's so mean.
She's letting you wander around and explore. I went to help and the crewmen forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. No wonder everyone suspects me. Stop being so mean! When she looks at me like that, I feel tense and all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the outside of the room in a situation like this.
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There'd be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
Stop looking at me like that! When she looks at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. I'm not suspicious! What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have been broken clean in two.
The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit.
I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? No, but Susato would! She's the murderer, not us.
And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has sort of a brick-like hue.
Yeah, you're right. It's the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Susato did it. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink.
He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it.
Has no one translated the message yet? I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing.
I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san.
What? Then what language is it?
Pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
Not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Russian.
This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing.
Okay, like, out of pure curiosity, what is the relationship between Susato and Kazuma?
You don't know yet either.
Okay, so it is explained later on.
Yes.
Okay, because it sounds like she's almost mourning a love interest.
Don't worry about that.
London Diary. Poor Cosmo, he didn't even make it to his destination.
Looks as though the last entry is incomplete.
Which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened. Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Hiya!
Oh my god, let me at least read it!
What's out of the question?
What?
Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts.
But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it while you're looking.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
I don't like prying people's personal matters either, but in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? When you're not looking, I'll look. Don't worry about it.
It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh no, I suppose not. Well, it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
Trouble was I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, probably not. They had to be lovers.
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right.
But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected outside.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when seas are rough, or something like that.
I suppose. Maybe that's it. Wait, what? When did you get here? I'm sorry, wait, what? No, time out. No, bullshit. We just searched that desk. What do you mean he's fucking there right now? Excuse me, this man is small enough to fit on this desk? What the fuck? How small is this man? How small is this man that just scrunches up on this desk and it's like, no, what the fuck is happening right now? He just literally appeared out of fucking nowhere.
Don't even worry about it.
You know what? That's real Nosuke's inner monologue now. Screw this watered down bullshit he's saying right now. That's his inner monologue. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be gay or European. God, I love that song so much. It's so funny.
Oh, how did he...
You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. How is he tall? He's sitting on a desk, like perfectly. I'm sorry. Like, look at your desk right now, Katie. Can you like?
He's very scrunched up. He's very flexible. Don't you know?
Suspiciously tall.
Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he's investigating Kazuma's desk. Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
Well, in that case, we must simply talk with him.
Am I just imagining it, or does Susan look almost uncontrollably excited?
By the way, I expect you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them.
Oh, so there's people in the background nowadays. Cool. All right, then. I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, please do.
All right. There might be more important things to look at, so let's take a look around the room one more time. Oh, here's this. That has to be important.
This is, yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think.
What do you mean, contraption?
I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try?
Yes. In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose no one comes for lowly Japanese people.
No. I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Is there anything else of interest in this room? Anything of interest in the room? It's so stupid seeing him just to the side. It's just so stupid seeing him to this. Like,
Yep.
let's do it. Excuse me. God, I got a British accent. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
Wait, where the fuck did he go? Oh my god! Greetings, I hope you're having... what exactly were you doing on Cosmo's desk just now? Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh, yes! Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing through the foreign climes, you have found yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least.
Oh.
How the deuce did I know that? Perhaps it was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining.
Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else?
But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. You have... What the fuck? You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And... what is that fucking word?
Be-ribboned.
Oh, when the be-ribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name. I don't even see one person who fits that bill.
So it's true.
Wait, what? No, Susanto! I'm Japanese!
It was you who did this.
I'm Japanese, Susanto! Come on! What? What?
And you're plotting a revolution.
I'm from
too.
Japan, Susato!
It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked.
That's not a Russian name, Susato! No, listen, there's no way No!
Hey, yeah! Now explain yourself. Tell me everything.
I'm not Russian! Susato-san, I think you have a huge misunderstanding that I can't begin to fucking comprehend. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, that's funny.
How could you do it?
For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously.
Oh, forgive me.
What the? And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. But was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you did find yourself in the most troubling predicament, did you not? Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it, you see! What do you think of that? Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. More plain observation. Indeed! An observation, my dear boy, is the basis for all deduction. Why did I go a little southern there? Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announced my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. My apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, it's really you, the actual Herlock Sholmes.
The very same, the inimitable, actual Herlock Sholmes. Do you know this man, Susato-san?
Most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
What planet have I been living on, then?
You must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
He thinks I'm a Russian revolutionary. He's worked out shit. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German. Herlock, was it? No, I have no hair. Oh, well, I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. You can read all about it in my exploits in this exciting London publication.
Oh yes, Rant magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially.
Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you are a detective? Make no mistake, I am not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backwards. Backward. My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer? Do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to the publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Whoa! Why, this very moment I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of the cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is, to me, a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form.
Science?
Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. Hence you being Russian. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago, my Russian friend. How can I look at me in the eye and claim that?
I love her lock.
This man be like, oh yeah, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, totally Russian. He can only
Russian
speak
revolutionary terrorist.
He can only speak and write Japanese, but you know he's definitely Russian. Susanoo-san, do you agree with me, right? Yes, I do. He's totally Russian. He killed my boyfriend.
No.
You had a very staunch no there. I'm learning more about the relationship as we're speaking. Were they brother and sister?
Interesting.
Were they like secret half brother and sister separated at birth or some bullshit like that?
No, not bullshit like that.
Okay, but they could be half brother and sister.
Why don't we keep playing and find out?
How can you look at me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both of observation and full deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I'm so sick of him already. I love him.
I love him so much.
I absolutely love him, but I'm so sick of him, but I love him. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in this most cunning hiding plan? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, you've deduced Jack's shit. I meant these not because of him.
I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning. I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo, Russian revolutionary and terrorist. The very moment I laid eyes on this, oh god, I keep getting in and out of the accent. Water, hold on. Hello, governor. Here's his voice now. No,
Oh
it's
dear,
not.
no.
No, it's not. I'm not gonna piss off every person from the UK. I mean, I probably already am pissing off every person from the UK, but you know. Then
Don't worry. Wait until I have to voice a character with Cockney accent. It's gonna go great.
the moment I'm trying to remember what his voice sounded like in that one animated scene, and I know I'm not getting it, but like I gotta.
You were actually, when you started off, pretty close.
Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna look up Herlock Shlomes real quick.
No, don't.
Just the first scene. Just the first scene.
God.
Just the first
You
scene.
spoil yourself. I'm going to Susato take down you.
It's a Domino's ad. We're good. I have to like. Hold on. There he is. Let's engage in the art of the deduction. Okay, I think
Sounds much more distinguished than the chaotic energy he outputs.
So, this would appear to be a closed room mystery. Okay, I think I've got it now. Not
Yes,
perfectly.
very distinguished. Definitely not a god of chaos.
Definitely not a god of chaos, but the very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? Two facts, you say? Let's do the two facts first. Mr. Shlomes, tell us, please, what two facts were apparent to you when you came into the cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts I deduced were a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Shlomes. What makes you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor.
On stuff.
That is the Russian.
Okay, now you pissed off.
Now I'm pissed off. Now I'm gonna get canceled on fucking Twitter. That is the Russian word for wardrobe.
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian?
In the final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Okay. Initially, I considered Gun and Rob. Maybe the name of the killer. Perhaps a certain Robert Gardet. Perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong to not look inside the wardrobe there at least.
Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly.
Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the... What the fuck, Shlomes? Oh my god. Is this man...
You know how it be.
Yeah.
The kimono, the traditional garb of the Russian people.
And if my memory serves, the outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people.
Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea.
And I had no idea the detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yeah, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like that.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Don't start giving me sympathy now as you've been accusing me this entire goddamn time. Saw it off. Oh. Yeah, thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Shlomes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah, yes! The train of reasoning that led me to the truth! Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? Certainly, if it interests you. How many? I'm not Russian, I don't speak Russian! Can we talk about your deduction? Your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean? Ah! Now the famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and the assassin of 16 part? Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads... That's not me! What the look how long this dude's face is!
You know how it be.
Look how long this dude's face is! Yeah, if you look that down for a second, yeah. Revolutionary vile Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call Shanghai yesterday, and last night this young Russian was murdered. This woman's Cosmo Russian.
Sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he is Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor.
It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill every man who helped him to escape after his true identity had been discovered. Yes, you, vile brother. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all.
Just kills me that his name is Villain. Villain.
God damn it, that's funny. That's funny, I didn't notice. Therefore, you no doubt learn to revolutionize your appearance as well. I fucking lost the accent again. God damn it. Hold on. I'm gonna just have to listen to this man in my sleep.
Just not a god of chaos. You got this. Very distinguished, actual detective, not a god of chaos.
But like, how can I do that with these kind of poses? Hold on.
Look into his eyes. Do you see any chaos there, even slightly? No, of course not. A good distinguished gentleman.
I may even be more than larceny. Okay, so we're kind of going with that vibe again. All right, I think I've got it. Oh, please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Oh, that's because I'm a stowaway!
What about the other details? The 16 victims of the assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower.
Ah, yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all these particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder?
And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is that anyways?
Wow, how unworldly of you.
Yeah, god damn it, Ryosuke.
To be fair, this is, I guess, the beginning of world exploration, but... Come on now.
This Afghanistan place. Around quotation marks. Here, take the paper for yourself as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all of that's interesting to me within these pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. Villain Bolshevik. And you may find an article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eyes over some time if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian, I couldn't hope to read it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article, maybe there might be a picture or two. Hold on. I think it wants me to go actually look at it. Cool. Let's ignore it now. Okay. This is interesting.
Found something relevant, Naruhodo-san.
Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
Can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles
Whoa,
like this,
whoa, chill out! I don't know, I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article.
Ah.
Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Shlomes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Nikolina Pavlova? I think Phoenix would have been slapped if he said that. If he said that by Pearls, yeah. I feel like fucking. Anyways, never mind. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found missing from her dressing room, wearing that diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles?
No idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money.
Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. Are you sure she's not related to Mia and Maya and the Fae clan? Because she seems to be extremely into money right now.
I mean, it's a beautiful, sparkly thing worth a lot of money. I would also be like, ooh.
The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country?
It does seem to be the Russian thing to do.
Not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo.
But with all the shit they're saying about us? Jesus Christ, okay. Before we started talking, you were examining Cosmo's desk, weren't you? Cosmo, yes, the totally Russian victim.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
But of course! Observe for a moment the desk of the victim, who, may I remind you, is quite Russian. We see the victim was engaged in penning some text.
London Diary. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me. It's my turn to speak. London Diary. Cosmo is keeping notes of his trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. tragic, and something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other peoples do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a societal takedown is. You son of a bitch. You son of a fucking bitch. I swear to Christ, Susato. I swear to Christ, Susato. I gotta take a fucking sour candy real quick. This is Loki. Hey Loki, how you doing today? Shout out to Loki the Octo. Fantastic streamer over here. Ooh, I think Loki is planning on now doing a living shiny dex in Scarlet and Violet now. Whichever one they have. Alright. It's blue, guys. I had to do a British accent for this inside. God damn it.
Where are you having the warhead?
Toxic waste, yeah.
It's been a long time since I've had a warhead.
Does that mean you're getting all 400 shinies there, Loki?
You look like you're in pain.
A wee bit. Susato-san, aren't you gonna throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean?
I am gonna kick your ass, Susato-san! Good luck, Loki. That's a lot. Life is so unfair. Anyway, I must return to the matter at hand. Namely, this diary belonging to the victim. Yeah, good luck, Loki. That's gonna sound like horrible. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, banzai, mikado, nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. Ah. I got one so far, so yeah, let's go. Are you getting, do you have the shiny charm already, or do you need to still get it? But this diary is littered with a complicated looking character, of which I can read precise, sorry. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. So what was that I was showing off before then?
If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
I am much obliged, my dear madame.
The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just two short sentences. First reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray go on.
The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Speckled band? What on earth does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before.
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the latrice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Customer's diaries were entered into the court record. Now, my dear boy. Oh, God damn, I lost the accent. Give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta listen to his voice again. God damn it. I'm gonna get it. I'm going to get it.
Just very posh, very professional, not a god of chaos. What?
Yeah, but like my voice naturally goes elsewhere after a little while. It went almost.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. It's very hard to keep this man's voice straight with a straight face. Like, just look at him.
I'm gonna listen to his voice real quick. Let us engage in the art of deduction. Okay. I can kind of keep that for a little bit now. So long as I have a little bit of his voice to hear, I could do something with it. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least.
Ah, do you have somewhere to go?
As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and I am still too long. The seasickness takes hold.
Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to?
Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnations. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. You think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that'd be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in the matter. No? There's no point in trying to turn it into... Oh, wait, sorry. There's no point trying to turn it to a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place, and I'm apparently Russian. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. I was actually going to say, like, is this guy just being an asshole and, like, leading us on, making us think he thinks we're the culprit, but okay, whatever. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
I love him so much.
I know, so do I, but fuck this guy. He's great. Look at his beautiful hair. Look at his beautiful eyes. Look at his beautiful chin. And look at his hat.
Look at his steampunk aesthetic. Beautiful.
And we'll never get to fucking use his fingerprinting and thermal IDing ever again. You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear Mia, you're certainly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Well, that is very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really. So what were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being a plain rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name.
Naruto-san, what are you just standing there for? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well.
Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can...
After Cosmo spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate?
As if he gave me as if he gave me any choice in the rolling over part. Good point. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door.
Good idea.
The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I want the Kazuo to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Is that?
Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san?
Oh, no, it's just the crewman standing by the door. I have a feeling I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar.
Is he villain Bolshevik?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Nope.
Oh!
He's back, baby!
Let's go! Oh my god, let's go! Yes, baby, he's back! God, I gave him like a butlery vibe. God, he's still holding his hand like this. Please don't tell me you're still coughing up blood. Hosonaga, that's his name, right? God damn it. I love it. I love it. I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is!
The tuberculosis is still there, baby.
He hasn't been cured from tuberculosis yet.
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga.
Why are you here is the better question. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped.
Nearly stopped, I hope.
I had received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship. Again?
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
If there is anything I could do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence could help me out in this hopeless situation. God, am I gonna differentiate his voice more? Or is that different enough from Herlock?
No, because he doesn't have the same British accent.
Good. I just want to make sure.
Right?
I don't know. You tell me. That's what I'm asking you. So I don't know. I give him kind of like a
Keep
butler
the butler
voice.
It's different enough to me.
Okay. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector?
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew?
I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as a Sogi-san's bodyguard. It was the Minister of Justice, Jijoku, who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Osogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even be a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jijoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated.
Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew.
I see.
And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning till night, every day. But I never imagined what happened here, inside his own cabin. Not here in the first-class deck. I failed God, I've lost his voice. No, keep it the butler voice? Alright, sounds good, Chip. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all I could do to help now, just say the word. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer. Of course not!
We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yes! So we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you had moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman over there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now, being a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive.
What do you mean?
If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life down the line if I had to. I don't see how...
There may be a way.
What? Really?
Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence you already had in your possession.
Evidence?
It's just the same when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial.
A very long trial.
Simply select the present pen and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use.
So, evidence that would give us a valuable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yeah, I think I got something I know we can use. My university badge! My university badge! Alright, we are presenting at the university.
Present!
Inspector, can I show you this? What the? Is that the fabled Imperial Yume University pin badge? I'm not sure if it's really fabled exactly, but... So, you're a genuine student then? Sorry? Wait, why is it on auto? Get this off. Off this auto stuff. Nothing like me with my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you're trying to say? Can I have my badge back, please? We just insulted him by accident.
I love presenting shit to people. This game especially, and for some characters, when you present them with a bunch of shit, they're just hilarious.
What's that? What is that? It's Kazuma's diary.
Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary.
Strange? In what way? Cypher, hello! Let me give a quick shout out to Cypher, who is another VTuber. Glaceon based. There you go.
He wrote
Cypher.
what looks like...
Go on, sorry.
He wrote what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band. That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it?
You're very astute, Inspector.
That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Okay, does this one have anything to do with Phoenix and the gang?
You're playing as Phoenix's ancestor.
All your stream on... I am so confused. Is this Poutine person a bot? That's my question. What do you guys think? You're playing as Phoenix's ancestor, Ryosuke Naruhodo. And right now it's our second case. So we are in the 1800s. And that's how it's connected. It has nothing to do with Edgeworth, but apparently somewhere in the next 2 games there is a Von Karma reference somewhere there, but I don't know about it yet.
I mean, I think we already got to it.
What, really?
It's very background. I don't know if we've actually got it. It's like the loosest type of reference.
I still want to see it. Have you played the Professor?
It's not even what you think, and we might have already gone through it, and you didn't even.
Was it the air thing? The German joke? Okay. Yeah, I don't trust this Gassy because it sounds like a bot. Yeah, Gassy sounds like a bot. I'm gonna ban Gassy real quick. The profile picture also looks very like fuckboy. So we have not played Professor Layton and Ace Attorney. We just played the first 3 Ace Attorney games, which are all up on my YouTube if anyone has not seen them and wants to see those playthroughs. With all my amazing voices and all Katie's, who is the voice behind me, all of her amazing voices as well. All right, let's continue off this. All right, then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you.
Really? You're willing to do that?
Yes. As long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area, I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise that I will lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all...
Cypher, I have played the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright because I have played everything.
I'm pretty sure Katie's DS is what she lovingly calls the Phoenix Wright machine.
My 3DS is my Phoenix Wright machine.
I do have... I'm considering just buying it all before the eShop closes on the 3DS and playing it for funsies, but you know. I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I could do. Thank you.
Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move, and we can leave this cabin at that. I also like that she switches between Mr. Naruhodo and Naruhodo-san, which to me feels like there's when they're speaking Japanese versus when they're speaking English out loud.
Fair.
It's very nice.
Move. All right, let's see what we can find out. We're gonna do our first moving, guys. We're gonna do our first moving. Are you guys ready?
Woohoo!
Oh, wait, out of pure curiosity. Damn it, we're streaming on the 10th.
Ripperoni.
We're gonna be streaming the day after this happens. Whew. Finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation?
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on his study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage.
Really? It must be awful. Oh, look over there. There's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down.
The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose. Like people in handcuffs.
Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
I haven't been out of the closet in 2 weeks!
Heh.
Well, yes, I know, but the thing is... I was inside Cosmo's trunk when I first came aboard. Ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
Must have been a very trying time for you.
Please don't give me that pitying look. Okay, so we have to start investigating. Alright, I'm wondering what the hell this thing is, so.
Ah, a trap for catching mice.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, they're playing those back at home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what's called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Huh. I guess cheese wasn't very common in Japan back then. Cheese? I wonder what it tastes like. He's gonna go pick it up.
Remember the whole thing with, like, they were like, beef is a weird thing to have
That's
over here.
true. Yeah, that's true. No, yeah. Okay, Susano's been really mean, Seifer. Susano's been really mean. It's been hurting my feelings a lot recently. And I feel really sad because she's being a bully. I love her already. Oh, come on. God damn it. Everyone's against me.
It, Naruhodo-san. The trap will just snap shut on your fingers.
Really? But I suppose you're right.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
For you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
That doesn't look like you actually care. This looks like so insincere. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, an alarm.
It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship. It brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Oh, this I have to see.
What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it.
But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
I wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect everyone else.
This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in the cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, God.
Look at that midriff.
Look at that belly button, baby. I was about to say the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
I just noticed, I don't know how I never noticed, that their little scarves are fish.
Oh my God, that's cute. That is so cute. I love it.
How did I never notice that?
Oh, excuse me. We, need to get inside this cabin here.
The sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out.
That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely more effective.
Doesn't look like he's going to let us pass.
That's a problem. That's a huge book on the top of the table there. And there's a pen next to it.
Yes, that looks like the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it?
The writing's so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
Oh my God, it's a fish. I know, right? You wouldn't expect such a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might have appreciated a compliment.
I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report. This looks like a plan of the SS Burya. It shows each deck, look.
Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering.
Well, it's been playing in my mind for a while now, actually, but how is that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san.
Is it?
Well, consider the Japanese archipelago.
The islands of Japan.
Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. They don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them.
You see, I am both relieved and pissed off because I thought she was gonna be like, well, you stupid son of a bitch, if there's something called water displacement, and because of how the boat is shaped, water can be displaced. And like, you know, talk down to us because, like, you know, to be fair, like, I also feel like, to be fair, not everyone in the 1800s knows about water displacement and all that stuff. And she's just like, well, actually, the islands float and the gods made them that way. And I'm just kind of like,
It is what it is. She ain't, you know, that be how it be.
it be how it be. So I'm just like, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's funny, it's great, and I love it, but like, I expected her to be a condescending asshole about the science of it, I'm not gonna lie. I expected her to pull a me, basically. You see, there's big turtles carrying the islands of Japan. So this ship actually has a giant turtle underneath it.
Exactly.
Oh, I suppose so. You're really quick and easy to let's talk to him. Excuse me, but can I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it?
All right, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You little third-class lady's maid.
Oh,
Jesus, we caught the sailor on a bad day, said the sun. I am not a sailor. My mother gave me a name. I am Senior Crewman Biff Stroganoff. Fuck this. Hey, we're gonna put in some period accurate racism towards Japanese people, but also we're gonna name this guy Beef Stroganoff. like we're gonna throw it back. God damn it, his name's Beef Stroganoff. Which, mind you, I actually like eating quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I like beef stroganoff. God, it's so fucking funny. Oh. Whew. Best thing is to just avoid a contact, I think. Mr. Stroganoff, about the first class cabin area. Here we are the finest part of Burya's STEM ship. For the very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret. Many important persons. This is why I am always guarding the place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you.
if I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Osogi's currently occupied?
It's not the sound. Did you understand him?
It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. or no?
There, 2 different meanings. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Yes, it's tantalizing.
Could you tell us who's traveling the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. Grimsby Roylott. He's a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. It has nothing to do with the murder of the student boy. How can you be sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man will have no interest in lowly students from insignificant Far East regions. Jesus Christ, that was harsh. Yeah, okay.
Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
That is not your business. Come to think of it. Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Cousin's cabin the entire time, I never once heard anything from the next door cabin. Or ever felt like anyone's been there.
Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, it must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? All the time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Hit! Sasan, did you understand that?
It was clearly a no.
I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. You didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry! I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yeah, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as the English say, when the pig flies. Yeah, I understand.
Good. Now we can investigate this area properly. Shall we?
Definitely. Let's sneak into the room and see Shloms. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one that the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help us solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Shloms, let us in!
No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our queries.
Who guy sounds like he did the crime? You think Beef Stroganoff killed someone? And not, what was his name? Hold on. You think Beef Stroganoff did it and not Villain Bolshevik? Fucking murderous revolutionary villain Bolshevik? Yeah, they ate his food. How annoying. Aha! Ah! What was that? Came from inside the cabin.
A high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman.
Ah! Stand aside! Oh. Quite indeed. Okay, let's go with this voice. Yes, I'm about to break down the door.
Mr. Sholmes.
I shan't be stopped. When it fits on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes.
Tally-ho!
The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should just go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Holmes. Yeah, I know, right, Seifer? I love and hate him already. It's great. Ooh. Wait, hold on. High-pitched voice. Wait! That's a fake-ass beard, ain't it? I think this is your voice, Katie.
I'll give your voice a rest. How about that?
I think this might be your voice, Katie, because that's a fake-ass beard and a really...
No, it's okay, Steph. I get what you're trying to say. You've been voicing a lot of characters. This voice is hard.
Hold on, no. Now you're coming at me.
I got it.
No, she has
Don't even worry.
No, she has small. Neither of them have the same nose as them. Ah.
Who are you?
Okay, no, I got this. Don't worry.
All right.
Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman. Don't be absurd. As you can see, there is nobody in here. There's nobody but me in this cabin. True, that old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsy Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me, and you are. I am the one and only the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I am the great detective among detectives, the one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. Instead, using that magazine like a business card. Look at the rack. Yeah, the rack is also knocked down, eh? A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So I might be bold as you to open that small traveling kit. So I might be bold to ask of you, why you open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me! Okay.
Oh my. Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes! The case just shook! Leave, now, otherwise I'll call the steward. This is Cosmo's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. The strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
Examine. Sholmes! Sholmes! Come on!
You're like, what's he doing on that desk? I'm like, little does he know.
So, I have to ask a question. Legitimate question. He died. Legitimate question. Every scene we have, is he gonna be fucking somewhere in the background?
Not every scene.
99% of them?
A little bit lower on that percentage.
95.
A little bit lower.
93.
I'd say good 40%.
This is a lot lower.
Maybe Well, I'm trying to think, like, if you think every single scene, a little bit less than half of them he's there.
Okay, investigation scenes what I mean, like this. Anyways. What do you think you're doing?
Ah,
This is my cabin. Get out.
could we just have a quick look inside your traveling case, perhaps?
No.
What a pity. I think we're out of luck.
I think you're right.
Doesn't appear to be anything more we can do.
I agree, but there must be someone else who can help.
Where could this someone else be?
Perhaps that great detective could get us somewhere with Mr. Roylott. It literally just marked everything off. Okay. Okay. I can't dick around anymore. I have to go to Hurlock. Okay.
It's because it's just saving you clicking on everything and getting that.
Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Shlomes?
So excited stuff.
You need only address me as Shlomes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Shlomes, what were you doing in there? Why, my dear boy? I was resting, of course.
Resting?
Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of deduction into service. Are we dance deducing?
Maybe.
Oh, let's go! Dance deduction, baby!
Oh.
And it would seem that hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? No, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in the cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course! Only Russians who are hiding secrets can be affected by the truth. No one else, not American.
No, that wasn't exclusive. He's just saying it's the most effective weapon. It might be effective against others, but especially Russians trying to hide a secret.
It's a critical hit on Russians, and on Americans just normal effectiveness. Should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusive of the Russians. He's calling me out immediately. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will act when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it?
Oh yes, please.
Well then, what are you to see? What you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. I am so excited. I am so excited for Dance deduction. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time it occurs to me. It is the fellow dubious on this account of his Russianness, or the Russian on the account of his dubiousness. I really don't think either of these things should be occurring to you, or anyone.
That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on a first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment.
Shh! I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanations that accommodates all these facts. Mr. Roy Lott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? And number two, the conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment, no less in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Ugh.
Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes.
We haven't even danced, Susanto-san. I want to dance. That was a great deduction?
Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes.
He thinks I'm Russian.
In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person.
What? What an effable twaddle.
Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true.
I can hardly believe it, but all the colors drained from Mr. Roy Lott's face. It looks like somehow both of Sholmes' conclusions were right. How could you? How could I possibly know such things you wish to say? Very well then, I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived on this pair of conclusions. So, I do cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh, come on, Loki. The moment the great deduction starts, you make me take another sour. Hold on.
No, you won't want to take the sour, you'll want to speak, because this is...
So the dubious deduction... Oh, it's like a little deduction thing. So the dubious Russian, Mr. Roy Lott, obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? It's the enormous pairs of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer is, of course, staring us into the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roy Lott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on this matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. In particular, the fascinating front page article. Which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roy Lott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. No, it's the fucking ballerina. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. He's so smooth in his movements, oh my god. Having noted the article yourself, you've decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary herself, villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Oh god. Look, you're gonna kill him. Topic 2, okay. So is this the dance deduction?
This is dance deduction.
Amazing. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylaw. Taken unawares, people have the propensity of letting their eyes stray, you see. Oh. And I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies in the furtive glance falls. Where the furtive glance falls. The proof that your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing, we ask? By my estimation. A young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what? Pray would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case. Dear me. We're not well suited to life of crime, are we? Your careless Coupe Doyle betrays you. I don't know what that means. Once again...
It's pair of eyes in French. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Okay. Once again, we only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes! The reason you refuse to open your traveling case can be equally found on the pages of the newspaper. For there is another, more stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page... Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Spain, thank you for the subscription. This concludes Herlock Shlom's great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elemetsky. Thank you, Spain, for the subscription. I do sincerely appreciate it. Time to eat that sour candy. Loki redeemed. How are you doing today, Spain?
So how do you enjoy the dance deduction? That good, huh? You love the dance deduction so much. Almost as much as that warhead. Don't kill yourself over this stuff.
It's all good. He was talking about it's all good. Dance session was really funny. It was fun. It's just this dude going off saying crazy things, just like
saying absolutely balls to the walls things as he spins around the screen. It's great.
That's like, yes, you are the abductor. Of course, you've abducted the Russian royal dog of the king. How did you fit an orca into your suitcase? We'll never know until we open it. You know, like, you feel like this guy's going fucking wild. I like him a lot. He's funny.
Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow.
Ah, got you, Spain. Well, hey, if you're going to go ahead to bed, make sure you sleep well, and good luck on your overtime tomorrow. Hopefully you do get a good holiday break, though. Excuse me, Mr. Shlomes, could we have you here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all! Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we've had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Yes, I recall a discussion earlier. And at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do.
I mean, technically so do I. Like, I got a bigger beard than Rinosuke. Work weekends, 11 shifts for... got you. I'm sorry to hear that, Spain. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about abducting the ballerina. Indeed a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear to be too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you're pushed really hard.
I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I?
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case.
Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain lethalness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a shower bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case.
Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes.
This whole thing is turning into a circus.
Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions right now.
Just now?
I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly.
Let's just correct everything he's about to say.
It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off.
The idea of a little, maybe a little off itself, Mrs. Sato.
It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think?
Switch some keywords in his deductions.
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction.
Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind! This man's a lot of work. At times I wonder how anyone puts up with me!
I love him so much.
It's not that funny.
It kind of is, Bruno.
It's really funny, actually. Yeah, he's self-aware. Oh my god, it's so goddamn funny, huh? There was something I wanted to do real quick. I'll do that later. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Oh my god, okay, what?
Where are your handcuffs?
Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it.
Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel.
So there's a second half to the dance deduction? Where I have to do
I called
something?
it a mechanic, Steph.
Fair enough. Wait, so the legitimate mechanic is just Shlomo saying bullshit and us having to understand what this bullshit is? Wait, time out. Is that what this whole thing is? It's like, all right, so before we had this mechanic where we had to use fingerprint stuff, then we had this mechanic where we had to find out lies from the fucking Megatomas. Now we have this mechanic where some guy's just putting balls to the wall, ape shit crazy fucking theories that we have to make sense out of. You there, Katie?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm just giggling.
You're just giggling. Okay, fantastic. Great.
Go on.
Great. Okay, cool. Thanks for the non-answer. I think it's an answer, though. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrist when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Herlock Shlomes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Oh my god. So the dubious looking Russian Mr. Whitlaw, obviously, what catches the eyes in the first place? Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer is, of course, staring us at this in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away your copious beard, you sport.
I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
And now that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though.
It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Voila either.
Which means to suppose that the deduction is wrong.
Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if the helps matters.
Alright, but how?
I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Voila.
Alright, look very hard, Katie. Did you get anything?
Nope.
Okay. I wonder if it's really his beard he intends to use those shears on.
Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholm's deductions better.
Then what?
Now leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san.
Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyways, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around that last sentence. What exactly is Mr. Roylott going to use those enormous shears for? Told you it was your voice. You fucking
I just
liar.
didn't want to give it to you so easily.
You fucking
I tried to switch off, but you got too offended.
No, yeah, no. I got really offended. What the? What's this?
It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks.
No, the color's not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Roylott's head? And how's it growing from underneath his thick black hair?
Well, yes, that's true. It's so stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising.
Something's definitely not right here.
Yes!
Look at that man right there, Naruhodo-san, let's go! You are on the verge of using those shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail that I was intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman. And judging by the length and the sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth.
Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected.
The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have very clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Oh, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes, it was a surprise. Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Sorry?
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducing facts with Mr. Sholmes.
I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. Baka.
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
I'm not having fun, Baka. Well, anyway, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Shlom's deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now.
No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman.
Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be the merciless revolutionary.
I suppose it's because the deduction has taken a different direction now.
Yes.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like this recently. Alright, I'll do my best. My university pin!
Yes!
The evidence... I'm gonna say this real quick. Poor Wilson. He was like doing this shit before. Like, let's be real, right? Like, probably like a few months before Wilson went to fucking Japan, he was doing the same exact shit. Dancing around with Herlock Shlom's like no tomorrow. Because how else is Herlock gonna get anything fucking done?
I mean, is it really a chore to be dancing around with Herlock Sholm?
That's a good question. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we've finally been able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikola Pavlova. Oh, God. She kind of looks like a Pokemon ice type trainer.
She is so pretty.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you do the Russian accent again? Fuck.
I mean, the men have very deep and stout voice, you know.
You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg of you, don't tell anyone.
Hey, ballerina. Oh, okay. I mean, fair enough. She can't kidnap herself. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of the crime over there. Ah, yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see.
Ah.
And I assure you, your eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the fugitive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. This woman is the ballerina. She's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well.
No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all.
What if villain Bolshevik is in there?
What a twist!
He's a contortionist! He's Jinx Spinnaker! In which case, what's the crime this young woman is apparently committing? Huh. I guess I'm going to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes?
Stop it! Stop it! Anyways, there must be something else that show this woman is up to. Stop it! You're embarrassing me. Oh. I wonder what it could be. If only we could look just slightly to the right.
It's like this is the first deduction ever.
Wow, look at this dazzling tiara.
I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on.
Please let me try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls that wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful.
Why does that tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Nah!
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
Ah,
I believe this tiara was worn on the stage by dancers in the Novish Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it is an item worth, 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft.
oh no.
Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you.
Oh. I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me.
This girl's only 15 years old and she's run away all by herself? She must have been extremely lonely.
Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now.
Safari, come come, let us not be hasty.
What?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Mystery? What do you mean?
You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. Is it reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed? Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I laid my eyes on them. Dear me. We are not well suited for a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oil betrays you. Once again, we only need to follow your furtive gaze to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on that shelf. He's completely changed tack of his direction now.
I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you?
Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? Just a wild guess, surely.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem linked. I had to listen to his voice again. Alright, anyways. Well, it doesn't seem like that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in the book that doesn't even belong to her.
Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
And there has to be another reason why she won't open her case, and that must be somewhere in the same area, if that's the case, if that's where her gaze was inadvertently drawn.
I agree, that's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookshelf. All right, let's
I think you can inspect things. This is a charming little picture, isn't it?
What is it? Someone climbing a steep mountainside?
Or descending one, it seems to me.
You've been on the flat sea for a while. Maybe you start seeing hills and mountains and everything. Looks like these are all the same books we have in our cabin. Suppose the steward likes to make sure passengers have plenty to read for a long voyage.
And have you noticed how all the books have fallen over, just like in Kazuma-sama's cabin? It's almost like someone's taken a sweep at them.
Maybe Miss Pavlova while she was practicing her ballet. Anyway, the point is we don't have time to look through all these books at the moment.
We couldn't even if we wanted to. They're all in Russian.
The rules, no pets are allowed or weapons. Yeah, I was thinking of pet too, Chip. Well, that's a relief. Let's try our luck somewhere else. She has her puppy with her.
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects.
Excuse me, Mr. Naruhodo, I'm speaking. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
There was exactly the same notice in our cabin too. What what happens if you break the rules?
Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left in the freezing cold ocean. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end.
I've actually been serving time for the weeks now, have I?
Yes!
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in the cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage of this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or dangerous items would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case. Oh my god. Fuck.
Just do
It's the last item listed as the forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet.
Ah!
God, that was so exhausting in a way.
Was it not a fantastic dance that we do dance?
It was fantastic, but it was also exhausting. It's wild. Oh my god. That was legitimately 20 minutes of our time. It was a 20-minute dance, man.
And is it not the best mechanic ever?
It is so fun. I quite like it. So clearly you aren't who you said you were.
No, I am not Grisby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct.
You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The Burya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. She really stuck aboard without being noticed? In order to obscure your identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you attempted to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet, to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That variable little tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than the young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me.
I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself so no one would recognize me. As a result, he transformed into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and...
At that precise moment we walked in through the unknowingly unlocked cabin door.
Things happen like that sometimes, don't they?
Things do indeed happen like that from time to time.
Are those two even talking about the same thing?
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out. If you say to any of the crew.
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night.
Yes, all right. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction?
It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible.
Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing.
Oh, yes, what?
Observe your wrist.
I was about to say, when is he gonna put my fucking cat shackles back on? My...
Ah! Your hands! They are cuffed again.
What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles.
When and why?
There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment.
Can't it, really?
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'll take the $5. I have to use the restroom real quick. We'll talk to her, and then by the end of that, we'll be done with this episode. How does that sound?
I think that'll be okay.
Alright. Be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
All right, guys, we're back. Whew. Welcome inside Bot's Head. Thank you. I just figured out something that's a little terrifying. Apparently, 5 golden rings in the 12 Days of Christmas is not in fact referring to 5 golden rings, but to 5 ring-necked pheasants, aka more birds.
Are you sure about that?
That's what I've just read. That's what I've just read. It's terrifying. 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge. So that's like 5 plus 4. That's 9 plus 1 is 6, plus another 5. That's 15 birds.
So what is the Planned Parenthood command actually?
So Planned Parenthood is basically going to be like, eventually what you're going to find out is we actually have a new channel point redemption for those who want. You're able to spend your worms on something called Redeem a Planned Parenthood Plant, which basically says, hey, listen, I want to know the history and the biology, some of the cool evolutionary facts about the plant. Therefore, I want to redeem it. And when you type in Planned Parenthood, it will give you a random one at any time. So let's say there's like 10 or Spider Lily. Okay, cool. So like what's basically going to happen is I'm going to make a chat command. Spider Lily will be put into there. And we will, and when people redeem it, you will get a Spider Lily come out, potentially, depending on the random chance things. Still learning exactly how to make the command, but I think I've got it down now.
Cool.
Hell yeah. All right, let's converse.
Oh, also Chip wanted you to present the attorney's badge.
Yeah, I did see that. That's right, that's right.
Or not the attorney's badge, sorry, your student badge.
Equivalent thereof. Can I show you this? I'm actually a university student from the Empire of Japan, you see.
Hold on, my thing's acting. That means nothing to me.
No, why would it?
Mr. Naruhodo, if you're determined to flaunt your Yume badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it.
Mr. Sato, can I show you this?
Maybe later.
Oh, I can show her. I can show Inspector Hosonaga too. Let's go say hi to Mr. Hosonaga.
Show everyone.
Let's go say hi to Mr. Hosonaga. No, I'm kidding.
We already showed him it.
That's true. Did you know someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night?
One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast.
The man who died, he was a friend of mine.
Oh.
That is why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual?
Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking?
Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded.
Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened?
Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know.
I'm
sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet?
Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life.
You wish to forget? A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. Novovich Ballet only gives us a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. so you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they say I could hide in this cabin.
If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most interesting conundrum.
Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Me? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To a conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you came to be aboard?
Now that I think about it, the crewmen outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard.
That is not your business. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something.
An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Sorry, what was that?
It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel.
Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid.
Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same.
A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyways, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. So the friend that you mentioned that is traveling inside your case, is that right?
I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious...
Then the burly Russians wouldn't bestir themselves in union to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt.
Oh,
So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes.
what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it?
Maybe adorable little rabbit? Ha! You credit Russia as a land of small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then? Well, you may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bungles when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious it must be a chicken?
Really?
Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. I'll remember that. It's a bear. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is closely guarded secret, not to be revealed. Chelsea doesn't quite trust us yet. It's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. We'll show her this thing. This is the diary of my friend who passed away.
His diary.
Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I could hear a faint whistling sound. And then, a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band. I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins this cabin, you see. Does she have a literal snake in there? Cat? Yeah, maybe a cat. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabins are connected together.
Oh. Miss Pavlova? Something occurred to you. Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything.
Oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott.
Yes, what?
Wow, she's fast! Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please.
Alright, I will come now.
What?
You must leave. Now.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't mind us.
Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out!
The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out? We'll have to leave investigating this cabin till later.
What a pity.
And so we lost our chance, having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. We were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. We continued.
Dun dun dun.
Dun 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 dun. Wait, is it the same jingle as it is in the other games?
I think it's a little bit different.
Fair enough. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I sincerely enjoyed it. Dance Dance Deduction is certainly something else. We're gonna raid someone today. We're gonna raid Magic Moo. She is a mom streamer. In other words, she's a mom and a streamer. And she's a lot of fun. She goes by Shay. And she's playing Played Up now, which is actually a game that you could technically take a part of by sending your avatar there by typing in join or something like that. Anyways, make sure to check out my socials, which include Tumblr now. Check out my socials. Check out my YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Join the Discord and check out Elijah. Tell him hi. Tell him that he's doing a great job. All that good stuff. And here is our raid message, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today. I hope you had a fantastic day. Y'all stay safe and stay Botanist Cool. And I'm going to see you soon for some more streams. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Now I got to